morning, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome into Armor of El Ra. You are watching Armor Radio. I'm so excited. So, yes, I have been on vacation. I hope you guys have had an amazing 4th of July. I got myself a new tablet, so I have my phone right here. So I'm getting used to crap. Hey, Luke. I thought you said you were done with Twitch. Anyway, that's okay. I'm glad to see you. And if it doesn't look like I'm looking at the camera, it's because I'm not. Because I forget that it's on the side instead of up. Like, I have a Kindle Fire, one of the newer models, so let me give you a proper shout out. How was your 4th of July weekend? Get some music going. I have some great new music for you guys that I've been working on since the last time I saw you. Yes. And can you guys hear me at all? I think it's turned off. Nope. Let's see. Stream manager. Oh, yes. Things are working. What? That's amazing. That's so freaking amazing. Okay. So maybe this means with my tablet, because it has a larger CPU, I can actually freaking stream my games from it. Because I totally want to game for you guys, because I like gaming to, relax when I don't feel like doing music or art. Which, by the way, it was absolutely hot and it continues to be hot. So I didn't exactly get a chance to take as many pictures as I wanted to, but I did, suck it up and get out into nature. I picked a popular park along the way that was by water, and I just took pictures of nature. I'll have that within a couple of days because I'm going through my photos and, doing what photographers do when they're getting their product in order. So, again, I'm absolutely excited that I am back with you guys. Let's get some theme music going. Sure. And I have a bigger screen to see you guys. So, I'm not getting old at all, but I do love larger font. Let's see. Going back to my channel. So what I have lined up for you guys today, we're going to go back to Slamurai Chris's song at some point in this stream because he made an amazing song and y'all need to go follow him on SoundCloud. He's got some other stuff too that, blew me away. There's that. I totally lost my train of thought because I'm just I'm pumped. I've already had my coffee, I've already had my mocha, and I brought water for you guys. hydrated. Miss Zoe Girly likes to make sure I stay hydrated. Hydrated. Oh my goodness, I went south. Which technically I went to South Dakota. But it's not a southern state. So, yeah, the Midwest July celebrations are crazy, and I lived there for a few years, and I love it out there for the fact that there is a different sense of beauty, and the people are just, yeah, America, America, only in America. Hey, Psychosis, how are you, Chomi? So I'm trying new tech. I have a new tablet that I'm actually streaming on right now, which is amazing because I want to like do IRLs on the go and do some live game streaming, and maybe with the bigger screen where I don't need to constantly lunk around my laptop, the CPU will be greater. So, hey, I am so happy you're here, Chomi. You make my day. All of you do. But you make my day. You really do. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. I am not with it right now. Like, I've been away from you guys for so long. I feel so out of focus right now. Like, I'm so sorry. I was going to do our fabulous theme song, which is right here. So while you listen to that, I'm going to get my scruples together. I don't need another cup of coffee. I hope you're enjoying one. Have a sip or two for me. I feel like I'm flying like freaking Elvin from the Chipmunks. Know. Song is for you. Support us. We're climbing because of people like you. You help me build a safe space where the soul can speak. Where quiet voices wounded find their feet. Music therapy warriors, yeah, we rise as one. Oh, I did sleep. I am wild and awake. I mean, this is what coffee and sleep does to me. I'm like, I feel like a kid in the candy store. No, because traveling over 2,400 miles like knocks the winds out of my sails. And since I got back, I've pretty much been sleeping. So, you know, minus taking care of business, I've been bedridden. I need to pull up that song. Yes. And heavily stimulated. So, little known fact, you might know this, psychosis, but the lighter the coffee, the more caffeine. And I usually like to drink medium coffee, but I forget when I have sleep, I should probably stick to dark coffee because there's less caffeine. So when the beans are roasted, the less they're in the roaster, the more the caffeine sticks to the bean. And it's called light roast because it was lightly roasted, and you can get the idea of the rest of them. But yeah, so yeah. Slamurai! Hello, guy. How are you? Oh my gosh, I have been resting the last few days. I just had my coffee, so I am like wired to the hilt and just ready for you guys. I feel so out of order right now because I have been away from you guys, and like I feel like Alvin and the Chipmunks. Or maybe those, what was that other one? The females, one of them was named like Brittany or something. I think she was paired with Theodore. I don't know, but I'm just like, okay. I kind of pulled my older son. So yeah, right now I am actually, oops, mute myself. Yeah, let's do this. I think it was under just chatting. I am looking for something. Oh no. What happened? I'll have to manage my videos. Yeah, so I am looking for they didn't. Hey Slamurai, would you mind resending me that link to your SoundCloud, please? Because I wanted to play your song today. And I'm glad you're fantastic. So what's for breakfast today? Or was for breakfast? And I started to post my Twitch videos to YouTube. I tried my hand at Kick, but I'm working on that. Like, I have new gadgets now, so I'm like trying to get everything coordinated, and so far so good. So far so good. Yes. And I have my water. I have new songs for you guys that I did in my downtime during my vacay. It was way too hot to, really like stop and take photos. Because the further west you go right now, it's closer to 100 degrees. Like right now, it's somewhere around 78, 82, somewhere around there, depending on which spot you're in, with high humidity, which makes it feel like unbearable. Like, that is one thing I do not miss about the Midwest. I mean, when my hair constantly makes me look like I'm from the Amazonian tribes, with just hair like I stuck my finger through a light socket, I mean, life becomes real at that point. Like, I believe it is, give me 2 seconds. Yeah, it is armor 8617. So usually if you see armor and then either an 86 or 17, or in some order those two pairings, that'll be me. 17 is my lifetime favorite number. It actually stands for spiritual victory. So after a long trial, and you finally get that breakthrough, you finally get that victory, you get that triumph, you get that, you actually get to grab that hope and keep it, whether it's learning how to command your peace, or, a situation that you've been going through that you finally got, victory in. Like, that's what 17 is. So, thank you. You are amazing. And oh my gosh, I keep forgetting that volumes are on. Turn off. Yeah, you can tell I've been away. So yeah, Armor 8617 is my YouTube. And then for Kick, it is Armor Bearskin 86. Let me check that really quick. Yes. See my face. You'll recognize the picture for those of you who are on Kick too. Yep. That is correct. And I did not spell bear as in the animal. I spelled it bear as in bear. B-A-R-E. Anyway, welcome everybody. Yes. And I have to update. Oh my gosh, I have so much to do. I have to do it. But I got to see friends and people that, I got to call family. So, I mean, this is absolutely amazing. I stayed the best that I could. Hey, what's up? Hey, Sharkbait. I'm going to call you Sharkbait. You want to hear a cool story? So, I am going to give you a well-deserved shout out, by the way. When I was younger, I was called Shark. Why? Because whenever my friends and I, we, partied in the pool, I would like to slip in the water and swim in between people's feet and scare the crap out of them. So I finally got the name Shark. So yeah. Thank you so much. I will get you queued up, Chris. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed the new emotes that I set up for you guys before I went on vacay. Go ahead, spam my chat with your favorite emotes. I think I have to update my Streamlabs, so I'm not on Streamlabs right now. Here's the sad part, Chris. I don't need coffee to be this energetic. Like, I have the energy of a 9-year-old. True story. When I don't have to be bogged down by adulting, I have the energy of a 9-year-old, which can be pretty bonkers sometimes. So you guys are absolutely amazing. Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm going to kick off the whole music with our very own Slamurai Chris. But really quickly, I had a thought and it kind of flew. Oh yeah, I will be continuing to work on the final product for the pictures that I did get a chance to take. I did stop at one of the more popular nature parks with water. Hey Killer, how are you? Give you a proper shout out. So I will be continuing to work on the finished product for the pictures that I did take while I was on vacation. So yeah. Well, I'm glad you're here, Killer. Thank you for joining us in our crazy crew. You are a mochaccino, officially. So, thank you so much for the lurk. I appreciate you, Shark Bait. Much love. All right, and for the record, once I find my own emote, give me 1 second. There it is. This is my much love emote. I have labeled it much love because it's much love to you guys. Okay. Let's get this party started. And this is our very own Samurai Chris. All right, guys. And of course, there is a ad right after that, but that's okay. All right, so go ahead, go follow Chris on SoundCloud. That was If You Say No. Great job, Samurai. You are awesome. And if anybody else has original music that they would like to share, or for those of you who have already shared and would like to share more, this is Armor Radio, and I will gladly share you guys. So, let's go back to some music. All right, I'm going to ease you guys in with something we've already listened to. So, and I think I really have been invested more in like the hardcore music because I think that fits my personality more. I love, don't get me wrong, I am an eclectic. I have to slow down. And I love all sorts of music, but I think my heart just naturally gravitates towards like your metal, your hardcore, your thrash. I love thrash. Who knew? This is Frostfire Dominion. Let's get it on. made by yours truly. Oh, it's a hard undertow, just like the music itself. X dude! Alright, guys, that was Frostfire Dominion, created by yours truly. Again, if you guys have, the courage to be like, hey, I want you to play this, send me the links, and I will go ahead and broadcast your art. It's amazing how we can express ourselves in so many ways without words, but I do have some music with words that I've created for you guys. I did because I couldn't quite stay away from my work. So in the little bit of downtime that I did have, between visiting friends and having a good time with the July celebrations, oh my gosh, fireworks up the yin yang. Like, there is literally a stretch on the main highway expressway in where I was that people would just open up shop just for fireworks. You had shops on either side, and it was a long stretch. And of course, you had your sprinklings of fireworks heavily all around, the main area, and every single small town around had, at least three, four, six, six vendors of fireworks. I mean, it is absolutely crazy. And everybody from young to older, we're not going to call them old. That's impolite. But like of the eldest of older generations was all involved, hands in, I mean, if they weren't just watching and in support of the shows going on, whether within the neighborhoods, because yeah, they do shoot them off in the neighborhoods, in the lessly populated neighborhoods, because I mean, we are talking about the Midwest. They don't have as much population as, say, like the state of New York. In fact, the business district of Rochester and all its collective small towns around it is somewhere between 10 and 11 million the last I checked. And South Dakota as a whole state is only about 1 million. So there's lots of space between neighbors, except for, the bigger towns. They do try to call a couple of places cities because, I mean, they're the biggest in population, hosting the state's largest conglomerate of population on both the east and west coast of the state. So yeah, they're just under 500,000. They're like neck and neck with numbers. I mean, they vary every day, but and then there's just like little sprinklings of people just like in random spots in the middle of the state. Bali? Did I say that right? Bali? I love getting lessons from you, Psychosis. That's amazing. I love learning language too. Like I'm just a nerd. Bali. Okay, so what would it be for an older female? So anyway, back to my story. Hey, oh snap. I love it. How are you? Thank you so much for the raid. You are amazing. Woo! Party over here. Woo! Party over there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you had an amazing stream. How is it over in wetlands of England? We are absolutely awesome. Top of the morning to you, sir. We are just kind of recapping on my vacay. And so I'm an East Coaster here in America. And I went to the Midwest, somewhere smack dab in the middle of America, to celebrate our 4th of July independence. Because nobody parties that kind of party like the Midwest, hands down. And I did live out there for a few years, so I wanted to visit friends and stuff. And so I am back. Like, I've been away from you guys for way too long. Like, I promise I won't do it again. I probably will in the close future. But Oh, oh, I'm sorry. You sound like you're from England. But my apologies. You are from the AU. So, last I knew, Australia has some of the most deadliest animals in the world. How do you stand it? I would love to go swim in the coral reef, but okay. Very nice. Very nice. That is amazing. So after recap, we have been listening to some music. I do some music production, and we're getting ready to go into some lyric music that I've created. So between before my vacation and during my vacation, I have been really honing in on just kind of reaching inside of myself and doing some research and just creating music for you guys, just to keep everything fresh and just hot wired. Yeah, keeping it fire. So yeah, I mean that pretty much was the short and long of my vacation actually in South Dakota. I was there to celebrate with friends, and it was 250 years for our nation, lots of history. I mean, I could go for hours on how much I love studying the history and actually giving you the history of America, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and uncensored. That's the key. And just remember, the victor always writes the story. So you have to know how to research the actual era in which you are studying and understand the perspective of events from the people who actually lived in that era. Because there are plenty of times where the people of that day say something different from what was written in our history textbooks, and that's just anywhere. So yeah, enough of my nerdiness. Let's get down to some music. We had just listened to our very own Slamurai Chris's If You Say No, and then we did Frostfire Dominion. So let's get into a lyric song called The Quiet Was the Warning, which I did actually do before I went on vacation. But just a recap, and then let's get into some new stuff. All right, here we go.
I told you softly, even though the truth was burning through my chest. I held the moment steady, trying not to shake the fragile hope I had left.
Welcome, readers.
But you drifted past my words like they were nothing but a passing storm. And I felt the first crack forming in a place I kept warm for too long. You said you heard me, but your eyes stayed cold. And I learned in that silence that my pain was yours to ignore. I wasn't quiet from comfort, I was quiet from pain. Every plea I gave was a warning, every silence was the same. You think I disappeared suddenly, but you never saw me fade. The quiet wasn't weakness, it was the strength it took to walk away. I told you again, my voice
All right, thank you so much. And for my new viewers, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome. I am fluent in sign language. But anyway, thank you, thank you, thank you. A little bit about me, just really quick, a snapshot. Yes, I am naturally this energetic. I have had a few days where I was just like, and it was kind of like, that time where I needed a vacation. But yeah, so I am a woman of many talents. I do photography, music production, but I also am a trained vocalist. Ever since I was little, I've been singing from the womb. I also do arts and crafts. I love working with my hands. And everything that I do on this stream is to help support people who are struggling with their mental health. I mean, I guess you could call it life coaching for educational and entertainment purposes, because we can't, be normal people and actually just love people, right? We have to wrap it in a label, right? Your favorite spicy mocha can get pretty spicy sometimes, but also I do advocacy more towards and for DV victims, for domestic violence victims. And what I do is, I start pouring life and value into people to help them understand that they are somebody. They're not nobody, they are somebody, and they are worth their own life. But also, once we get into that value stage, it is prepping and showing not just evidence, but showing how to put their life together in a way to chronically, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I have a whole bunch of shiny squirrels running around right now in my brain. But to write down the evidence of their situation, so that if and when they have to go to court, they have everything in order. They have, everything that they need as if they were an attorney themselves, submit it to the court, and then, push for victory from there. So, yeah. I am so excited. So I have not just you, Psychosis, but I have a couple other streamers who want to do karaoke as well. So maybe we can all get together. And so Twitch allows up to 5 streamers to collab all at once on one stream. So yeah, I'm going to do something really quick because Twitch just gave me a new power. So Twitch, clip that. Let's see if it works. So yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. Thank you so much. Fuzzy, can I just call you Fuzzy, or would you like to be called Muzzkin? I love that. I love that. I love the creativity when I see people's handles, their usernames. Anyway, absolutely. I'll add you to the list. But yeah, so here is just basically a place for you to let your hair down, to just be you. I don't tolerate nonsense. If you do read my bio, I'm kind but not soft, because kindness has 2 sides to it. Kindness is love that covers a multitude of mistakes. But on the flip side, it does not tolerate intentional wrongdoing. So to all of my people who have been with me, they know if something is going on, I address it. I normally do things like that in the beginning of the stream just to get things squared away. But you know what? We haven't had really many issues. So Absolutely. Just to put that out there so I can continue to keep producing music at a faster rate, I do incorporate some AI, but I have total control. So, like, I use a word generator when I am writing my lyrics, but the real creativity comes from me. So, I'll put in my idea, for example, and then it'll just spit words, and then I refine it from there. So there's that. I do if I feel like a guy would be better for the vocal part, I do use an AI guy. And then depending on what my voice is doing, because unfortunately I do suffer from chronic acid reflux and I'm asymptomatic, meaning I don't feel the symptoms when I'm experiencing heartburn. And at one point in my life, during the height of my vocal career, I actually almost lost my voice altogether because of this thing called chronic acid reflux, and it was literally burning my vocal cords to almost nothing. So I had to get that. Bye, Noxie. Mwah, love you. I don't remember if I said something. I know I said a lot of things to you in my head. I don't mean to sound crazy, but when I saw you pop in stream, I was playing the music and I didn't want to interrupt it, but love you. I am so sorry. um, squirrel in here. Anyway, but yeah, totally forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, vocal cords. So I had to take some time to rest and, you know, take time for medical intervention. So yeah, depending on the health of my vocals, sometimes I have to have an alternate. But yeah, that is me. So yeah, and when I'm on camera, I'm more nervous than anything. So yeah, I do have commands for you guys. I should probably update that too. I should write that down because I want you guys to be more interactive. I would love to have streams where you guys tell me your funny stories, or we can all collectively create music together, as this is an interactive studio. So as I interact with you guys, let's just create, because I want to hear you guys. Ooh. Here is a new one with lyrics debuting today just for you guys. This is called Eyes from Ashes. It was inspired by a quote that I actually found on Facebook. So it's, you'll hear it. You'll hear the message. All right. I'm going to write this down and play the music.
You call me intuitive, receptive, wise, like I was born with eyes that see beneath the skin. But the truth sits heavy behind my ribs. This knowing didn't start as something gentle within. I learned to read the danger in a doorway before my feet even crossed the line. Every room was a battlefield map, and survival was the only sign. Whose tense, whose line was about to break. I feel it before the words begin. For seconds, red assessment built long before I knew the meaning. Speak soft so the walls don't shake. I think it's empathy in motion, but it's the reflex of a child who couldn't afford a mistake. This isn't wisdom, it's a scar that learned to see. A nervous system humming warnings underneath me. You call it insight, I call it staying alive. I wasn't born reading hearts and hate and danger. I learned it to survive. You see composure in my eyes. I feel the tremor just behind. This isn't magic. It's a scar that learned to see, and it's still watching all the time. A raised voice freezes every muscle, even when the anger isn't mine. My mind says you're safe now, but my body doesn't trust the line. I apologize for every tear, like my feelings are a spill on the floor. I learned early that emotions were trouble, so I hide them before they reach the door. You call me calm, you call me wise, but you don't hear the hum inside. A lifetime of scanning shadows, a lifetime of learning where danger hides. This isn't wisdom, it's a scar that learned to see. A nervous system humming warnings underneath me. You call it insight, I call it staying alive. I wasn't born reading hearts and heat and danger. I learned it to survive. You see strength when I'm walking. I feel the ghost behind my spine. This isn't magic, it's a scar that learned to see, and it's still watching all the time. I built these skills from silence, from nights I couldn't speak or run, from rooms that taught me vigilance before childhood had even begun. You praised the way I read your shadows, but you never saw the ones that shaped me. I wasn't gifted, I adapted, and the scar is what still keeps me ready. This isn't wisdom, it's a scar that learned to see. A warrior's instinct carved too early into me. You call it insight, but it's the cost of staying alive. I wasn't born reading hearts and heat and danger. I learned it to survive. You see strength when I walk in. I feel the ghost behind my spine. This isn't magic, it's a scar that learned to see, and it's still watching all the time. A single note, a breath, the hum remains.
All right, guys. A little bit of a backstory as to why that inspiration happened. So Most of my viewers at this point, I've kind of shared a little bit of my backstory. Hey, Fate, how are you? Mwah. What's up, handsome? How you doing? How's the corporate world? So, guys, this is one of my very, very longest, dearest friends, Fate. Go check him out. He had a surprise just recently on his stream in memory of family that is just absolutely amazing, awesome, very sweet. Shout out to Halo. And so what? This is my stream and I'm shouting you out, okay? Just simmer down. All right? I love you. This is what friends do. But anyway, really quickly, I actually am a survivor of domestic abuse and other things, and I have turned my pain to purpose. And this song specifically is literally how my brain works. Because when I enter into a situation pertaining to people, I really am. I am, without even thinking, my brain is already sweeping and it has already identified the majority of people that I could interact with. And I've already labeled certain things around me that, you know, may or may not pose a threat. It's kind of like that essay, the stuff that they hope soldiers get, especially the new initiates. So life for me has always been kind of like a battlefield, physically and mentally. But don't worry, guys, I have taken the steps to heal. And so here is me reaching out to you guys, asking you guys to reach out for anything that you guys may be going through. I actually have done a couple of commission pieces for people in the Twitch community, and I would love to share those with you guys soon. All right, Fate, you have an awesome day, and I'll see you later on your stream. So, anyway, yeah, that is pretty much the backstory and why this song was written. But I love hearing people's stories, and the songs that I have written for people, not just in the Twitch community, but in my personal community. You know, I love hearing those victory stories, but sometimes we need songs in our voice to open our eyes to what is actually going on. So in therapy, one of my favorite techniques that I learned was to write a letter. You can write a letter either to yourself, but this exercise is mostly for the one who you need to address, whether it's good or bad. You know, the object of this exercise is to write out your feelings, to get things off your chest. Whether you send the letter or not, that's up to you. But it's to help unblock your mind and your soul from constantly wrapping in this loop called hurt. And that's what music can do too, and art. So I'm working after stream, I'm working on, some photography that I took during my vacation in one of the nature parks that, I was suggested to visit. I didn't get a lot of photography done just because of the heat, and your spicy mocha doesn't do very well in extreme heat or extreme cold. But I did what I could to fulfill my promise. So there you go. This is called Eyes Made from Ashes, an inspiration from a quote that I actually ran across on Facebook. So, for all of my older viewers, do you have any song requests? A lot of the songs that I have on my radio are instrumentals. So I really love hardcore music. Who knew? But if you guys have suggestive music, like you tell me your favorite, I will go ahead and I will make a style for you guys and then broadcast it in your honor. And that's actually how I started streaming, was I was asking people what their favorite music was and then just creating. And for example, okay, so we had somebody from the UK, and he actually is a musician. A small time indie. I actually did share his music. He's on Spotify and YouTube, called Broken Keo. Yeah. But his Twitch handle is Bradford City Lover, so look him up. And because I was doing Culture Day, because Tuesday is technically Culture Day, it kind of just fit where I made a UK celebration, and studying like the mainstream music, yeah, they like a lot of pub house music. So here is an example of what I did for you guys. AI music engine. All right, awesome, awesome. Speaking of, this is actually Norse trap. We will get into the metalcore thrash very soon. I am so glad you brought that up, Fuzzy, because that's my jam. Alright, let's pause this. Alright, so getting a little harder. Let's go deeper. Should I do German industry or Erhu jungle and funk karaoke metalcore thrash? I do like to mix my music, so every once in a while there will be something that has to be authentic and true to itself, especially when I'm doing lyrical music. But I love being in the kitchen. Okay, so Erhu is actually Old Chinese. Jungle, like Amazonian jungle. Funk karaoke is actually Brazilian. It is kind of close to like samba music, or what am I thinking of? Yeah, just samba. And then of course metalcore thrash speaks for itself. Let's go. Here is actually a different version of this. So when I'm creating, it'll give me a double. I also did some jungle beat with Gregorian chant. So part of my vocal training was actually learning the history of music, which is the fraternal twin to art. So Music Lit also talks about art. Here's kind of a softer side, but let's do some sample runs. Alright, here is a Gregorian jungle beat. Here is German Industry. I'm going to do two versions of this. So this first one is industrial metalcore, thrash, and martial arts rock. There's gonna be lots of it. With sprinkles of everything else. Alright, and then the second one is metalcore, thrash, and orchestra. I do have a working one where I'm doing metalcore and violin, because I love violin too. I actually have. That's amazing. Oh, I should probably play the song that let me pull it up really quick. So last month was Men's Mental Health Awareness, and all of my guy viewers helped me create a song with the hardcore genre, but I also used new baby. It was between new metal and baby metal. Now, I am proudly going to play it for you. Enjoy.
I see you from across the room.
Starts off slow. You'll get the punch very shortly.
You're wrestling with your own desire.
Name sounds familiar.
To be heard, to be loved, to find what hope inspires.
Makes you just want to put on some boxing gloves.
You look up, I catch the hurt in your eyes. Deep wounds ignored, wells that rise. No one knows the weight you bear, the silent load, the cross you wear. He needs to be seen. He needs to be heard. He needs these things to keep moving forward. Looking back, who stood beside him, who walked on, who truly tried him. Encouraging him to see this life in new light. All he hopes for found without fight. But they told him he's weak, not to speak, not right. Feelings are for the fragile, not part of might. He's fought in battles, he's seen the wars. Lost his brothers on distant shores. He's leaving a legacy, unsure what it stands for. The blood he's seen still stains his And when he comes home, there's no one inside, no voice to honor his love or pride. A hero forgotten, fading from sight, still carrying the cares of this man tonight. I see you in the boy and the man you became, in the battles you fought and the weight you still claim. You're not weak for the tears nor alone in the night. You deserve to be held in the warmth of the light. Every version of you has a story to tell, and you're worthy of love even when you're unwell. You've carried the world, now let someone in. You don't have to be broken to finally begin. You grew up believing you had to be steel, taught to stand tall before learning to feel. No father to guide, no blueprint to hold. one day. You don't need applause or a kingdom or throne, just proof that your heartbeat won't echo alone. You're longing for somewhere your spirit can land, a place where your burdens fall out of your hands. Not rescue or saving, not pity or cure, just a moment of peace where your soul feels secure. You learned how to fight before learning to breathe, how to protect before learning to grieve. You patch up your pieces with grit and with glue, still wondering who you'd be if life hadn't broken you.
This was from you guys, from sending songs and personal struggles that you guys go through every day. And this is the product of it all. So a huge shout out and thank you to all of you, because I wouldn't be here if you guys were just like, whatever. Like, she just wants her 15 minutes on the camera. I don't. I'll tell you a secret. I hate being on camera. I grew up performing my whole life, and I don't like the spotlight. But there is a time and a place for it, right? Time and a place. And this is for a great cause, so I'm okay with it. All right. So, why don't... Would you like to hear a commission piece? I can do that for you guys. Yeah, and I actually can share my radio without being on camera with you guys, but I don't know. It feels too impersonal. There will be times where I stream without my camera on. But when my Streamlabs is working, Streamlabs, I did try Prism and it was working great, and then it crashed and I was just like, you suck. But anyway. And doing what I can with what I have. So, all right. So this was actually my very first commission in the Twitch community. Little backstory, it was just one of those relationships that went sour, and like a phoenix, which is my spirit animal, by the way, a phoenix. I do have my own album. I'm very close to my goal to where I will be... Yeah, I can think right now. To where I will be putting my album and other music on Spotify. I'm already technically published on Spotify as a podcaster. So Spotify, Amazon Music, and some other platforms that I had invested in. I'm already familiar with all that. So, but let's get to it. This song is called I'm Free Now, and it is somebody who is refinding themselves but is already claiming victory over their life story in a season of their life. So let's do this. Their favorite type of music too, so the lyrics are their story, their favorite music.
You Pull me in with promises, all charm and chivalry at the start. Motorbike rides, open roads, you made it look like you had a heart. But the web you spun around me was stitched with lies you call love. And the moment you stepped into my home, your mess looked up like dust. But even then, a spark stayed lit. The part of me you couldn't kill, the part that whispered, hold on tight, one day you'll climb this hill. You try to choose my friends for me, you try to shrink my world down small, cut me off from those who care, said you were the only one I should call. You forced affection I never wanted, drained the color from my days. You worship that dragon on the shelf more than the damage you made. But every time you dim my light, something brighter fought to rise. You never saw the strength you sparked each time you fed me lies. You didn't just hurt me, you hurt my boy, made him watch the storms you would start. You broke the peace inside our home, you tried to break my heart. But the moment I walked out that door, the harmony came rushing back. My boy could breathe again with me. We finally stepped off your track. I lost 3 years to you, but I'm making up the time now. I'm free now, living my best life without you. Look at me now, getting back what I lost, repaired what you broke with me and Phoebe. Now I'm sipping on buzz balls, laughing till I fall down. Buzz balls and pool tables with my crew, that's my healing, that's my vow. You can't hurt me or my boy anymore. We're the ones who've made it out. The beauty you stole from me is resurrected in the sun. It's flying out of reach again, like the dragon lost from the shelf. You care more for chasing fantasies than the wounds you carved in me. But I've stitched my wings back together now. Watch how far they carry me. Every step away from you was a step closer to a new life. Every breath without your shadow made my spirit come back alive. You believed your own gaslighting, told your stories door to door. But truth outlives the loudest liar, and I don't live there anymore. We've escaped the wreckage you dared to call your truth. All you stole will be returned, that's the justice coming due. You're a chapter I've closed firmly, not a scar I'll carry long. I've rewritten my whole future, and every line is strong. I lost 3 years to you, but I'm making up the time now. I'm free now, living my best life without you. Watch me rise now. Now I'm sipping on buzz balls, laughing like the world's brand new. Getting tipsy and giggly with the laughter you could never steal or use. Buzz balls and pool tables with my crew, that's the life you couldn't break. You can't hurt me or my boy anymore. We're free for our own sake. You took a shot and missed. We're done and I am free. You'll never dim my light again. My light belongs to me.
All right. Amazing. Amazing. So, yeah. To keep privacy, I will not mention who this person was. So yeah, that's just kind of how I operate. I've also made music for other streamers. Xdude, Xdude Man 6X. Go check out his stream as well if you haven't already. He's amazing personality. He's got energy. He does a lot of Warframe, Path of Titans. So really chill guy. Um, let's do his music. How's that? I did a tribute for him, just so I wasn't exactly playing the music that I made for him. Not that I can't, but to be respectful. Aha, I found you. I have so much music on here. I have to album everything. Here is Xdude Tribute. finish typing this really quick and then I will get back to you. That's amazing. That's amazing, Fuzzy. So yeah, part of my whole journey with learning music and everything, I mean, I've been in band, I've done chorus, select choir, I've done traveling choir, I've done community performances. I had a chance to go into the music industry. I was 18 at the time, but given the fact that, you know, I'm a nerd, so I was researching the industry because that's actually where I wanted to be. I wanted to go into the entertainment industry. I mean, who doesn't? Like, I think that's like a mainstream ideal career for most most young folk. But after realizing that the industry was using and abusing young people, I was just like, nah, I'd rather have a fallback career, just in case, you know, I don't make it in the industry. And I also knew that I was still of an impressionable mind, and knowing myself, like I've been spicy from the get-go. Like I was born spicy. We can have story time in a little bit, but yeah, so I got out of being disciplined a few times just for my sassy wit. Um, but knowing who I am, and I didn't want anybody to push me around, I actually turned down the opportunity and said, if it's meant for me, I will be able to get into it later. So this is kind of like, I don't know, I consider this my walk in entertainment. So it doesn't matter that I'm not like on the big screen, because like I mentioned before, I don't really like the spotlight. But because I'm more about being behind the scenes and helping others succeed, like that's how I feel successful. But yeah, so I'm happy with where my life has forged into. You know, things happened in the past that have refined me. I mean, I'm still being refined just like everybody else. You know, going through things, or, you know, just getting a hangnail can be a bad day, you know what I mean? Which I haven't had many of those, thank goodness. But I have a kitty who is waking up and meowing. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. What's up? Yes. Would you like to come up here? He's just roaming around. Hey, puppy. Hey, puppy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come. Good boy. Good boy. Ugh. Here's the bubs. Here's the bubs. Everybody, see the bubs. See the bubs. He's my fat man. My fat man. Yeah, absolutely. Say hi. He's my teddy cat. Sometimes when he lays down, he looks exactly like that. I know he's a cat, but he looks like a stuffed teddy bear. So he's my teddy cat. And he acts like a dog. And sometimes a baby. And yeah. This is my chunkers. My chunkers, the Siamese. He's a beautiful baby with a beautiful personality. He's super smart, and you gotta watch out sometimes what what happens, because he will remember. And like, I have another cat. She's a Maine Coon, and if she walks up to him sometimes, bats him in the face, he remembers later, and then he will return the favor. So, no. But yeah, I know people are like, oh, Siamese are so blah blah blah. Not this cat. I mean, yeah, he has his spiciness. He's just as spicy as I am. But it all depends on the owner. It really does. They're loyal like German Shepherds, but they will love the ones that they're around the most. Yes. And he's a friendly cat. He actually likes visitors. He will come up, he will do his inspections, make sure that you're right in his, little noggin. All right, come on. Time to get down. Good job, good job. And you actually can train Siamese. So, that's how smart they are. That's actually how smart they are. All right. Well, Fuzzy, if you want to just create and then ask me to share your stuff, I would be more than happy to. I mean, it's all up to you. If you wanted to stay anonymous, that's cool. But I would rather give you credit. So yeah, you're always welcome to share your love, your passion. I mean, that's what this stream's about. So just community with like-mindedness. I've found more, kindred spirits. So, likeness attracts. And it's okay that opposites can attract too, because where one set fails, the other one prospers in strength. Like, it's a healthy balance, like a yin and yang. All right, I'm kind of coming down from my caffeine high right now. So I'm just like, but I'm still like, let's go like San Diego Chargers. They're not my favorite, but that just kind of popped in my head. All right. And so why don't I play something for you guys from my own album that I actually released on my birthday. It was a very special birthday, by the way. Don't judge me, I had turned 40. So 40 is a major number in my belief. It is the mark of a generation. I'm not that old. I mean, my oldest did just turn 21 too, so I have no grandkids, thankfully. And I don't foresee any in the future, anytime soon, at least in the future. And then I have a nearly 16-year-old and Irish twins, 11 and 10. So I have 4 babies. 4 babies. All right. Here's one of my favorite songs to play. In fact, it was my intro for a while. My intro and outro. It's called Joy in My Punchline. There you go. This is me. I have Irish in me too. In my lineage. I'm American, but we all came from somewhere, right? I'm chaos, quick-witted child. If life throws a curve, I swerve with the nerve, and I do it with humor and style. I shake off the pain in my chest.
I loosen my
Ain't nothing stressed.
If joy's
On the line, I claim it as mine.
cause I grew best when
I'm unimpressed, so I let loose and I let it all go. I dance like the punchline. I know if the world gets too tight, I turn it to light and I live. I steal the whole show.
I'm quick on my feet when things break. I joke till the tensions are fake. I don't plan a line, it hits right on time like laughter I choose to create. I live for the moments that pop, the ones where the seriousness drops. I wink at the mess, I groove through the stress, and I never let joy lose its spot. I'm bubbles that rise in the sun, I'm mischief that's barely begun. I'm light on my toes, I go where fun goes, and I laugh till the whole room is one. Yeah, I let loose and I let it all go. I dance like the punchline. I know if
The world gets too tight, I turn it to light and I laugh while I steal the whole show. I let loose, I let go,
and I
live like the joy's in control.
You walk in victory when you surrender to joy and laughter. You walk in victory when you surrender to joy and laughter. You walk in victory when you surrender to joy and laughter. You walk in victory when you surrender to joy and laughter.
All right, that was me. We can do something else. So I have two versions of this song. The first one was actually when I was playing around to see what I could do with AI Music Gen. And I kept it just because I love the sultry, raspy vocals of what the AI generated originally when I was playing around with my lyrics. But the song itself is called A Phoenix Rising, which I did transpose for my voice. But I kept the original on my album, and it's called A Diary of a Phoenix Rising, just because, you know, the guy wasn't the phoenix, it was me. But anyway, I will play my version first, and then I will go ahead and I'll do the diary one. So this is called Phoenix Rising, from my album A PK Story.
You were the one who saw the parts no one could ever see. Read the quiet folded pages that still lived inside of me. I opened up my heart to speak the truth I'd held so tight, ready to confess the love that kept me waking through the night. But right before the moment when my truth could touch the air, you said there was another, and her name became a snare. Stay with me through the breaking, through the moment I turned cold. You left me standing in the silence with a story left untold. My heart was almost healing when it shattered into dust, but I won't let the past define the woman that I trust.
forgiveness over anger that has tried to claim my mind. If you return to honesty, I'll listen to your truth. But I won't fall for borrowed love or illusions from my youth. Stay with me through the rising if your heart is truly mine. But no, I'll choose my soul before I beg for borrowed time. I love you for the way you saw the parts I had to hide. But I'm the phoenix in this story, and not burn or I'll fly. Cheers. Did you just say your daughter? Oh, sings like, oh. I had a little dyslexic moment. I thought you said your daughter signs, but that's amazing too. Enya. I love Enya. Ooh. That gives me an idea. Now that we're talking music, you're speaking my language. Yes, I've listened to the script recently. Not too recently, but that's amazing. That's amazing. Okay, so since you're since you are new fuzzy, sorry. I normally follow a themed day, so like my scheduled streams are Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and each day is streamed. Or why can't I talk right now? Each day is themed, so I normally do cultured music where I go to different cultures, whether suggested or off my brain that I want to, dive into. So like, for example, if I wanted to do Norwegian music, I'll go ahead and in my days off, I'll study and create music based on Norwegian lore and, what is either mainstream, or sometimes I like to research I know. I gotta slow down. My brain is just like, it's off for the races. I'm like, there's a derby going on here. But anyway, so there are times where I want to dig deeper into the culture, like with German culture, and do more like underground music. Like you can find fascinating music that is popular, but in that underground scene kind of thing. And then depending on whether I hear or feel something to mix in with it that is culturally related, that's how I make my music. And then there are some genres that just need to be authentically shared. And then Wednesdays is hump day music, and that's more of a chill, relax, where I do like jazz, and I did American folk, I've done Caribbean, like a reggae jazz, I've done ragtime, and a lot of like the music, like I said earlier, that I've curated is from suggestions from you guys. So I listen, and no, I think my mouth is behind my brain. Like I'm tripping over the tails. Anyway, really quickly though, I do actually here and there have a speech impediment, and that was due to a work accident. I had a 7-foot ladder drop on my head, and it hit me right in my language center. So the weirdest thing, even now to this day, if I were to take like one of those massaging vibrators and I were to put it on the top of my C-spine and just let it, I can actually feel the very spot that I was hit by that ladder. I will. Also, if you like kind of like hardcore Nordic, like myth music, check out Ravenlore. I'll type that in the chat. Ravenlore. Fate actually introduced me to the Norse trap through this particular band, and like I absolutely fell in love. So there was a culture day for that too. But anyway, so yeah. So that's Wednesday. Wednesday is you're calm, you're soothing. Ragtime is actually music that games started out using, which then led into, you know, the different types. I have Chinese and Japanese music that I've curated that sounds more like it would be played in, you know, one of their indigenous gaming. Like, it's just so cool. I can play that in a few minutes. And then Thursday is freestyle, so no holds bar. Whatever style of music people request is what I make. Negative. I have not heard, I don't even know how to say it. Heilung? Like, I'm thinking German, so Heilung. Are they German? But anyway, yeah, so Thursday's freestyle, whatever type of music people say that they love, I curate that. And then, and then I display it in honor of the viewer. I did say I was going to play the other version, so before my squirrels run away with my brain again, let me play this. So this is the other version of A Phoenix Rising called The Diary of a Phoenix Rising. So, here we go. Let me know what you think. When I was playing around with the app when it was new to me.
No one could ever see. Read the quiet folded
Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I'm not going anywhere just because I feel like I owe you guys like an extremely long stream, and I do want to get some gaming done on stream as well. But that'll be later. Like, I missed you guys a lot, a lot. So thank you so much, Fuzzy. Like I said, I kept that song around just because I absolutely loved the vocals that the engine gave me. And then I transposed it for my voice. So, yeah. So, maybe I'll play one or two more songs from my album in a little bit. But let me give you more examples of what I do for you guys. Let's do freestyle radio. Yeah. So Captain Dookie, who just popped up on stream, this was his music because he loves pop culture. And go check him out. He's very loud and flamboyant when he plays games, so it's just fine. It's hysterical. And he does a great job interacting with his viewers. So if you're looking for energy, he's another great one. All right. For our very own psychosis, let's do some Afro house hype and groove. to my freestyle album. This one I actually did a country rap mixture. Nah, let's not start that one. I have done some other like hip hop when I did my Brazilian music. Turn that off. I have so much music. It's not even funny. Alright, turn that off. This is Brazilian samba with funk karaoke. And then I've got some Chinese hip hop and electronic. That's what I was looking for. Hey, X dude! Top of the morning to ya. How are you? So don't worry, whenever you guys share those twerking emotes, I no longer remember that song. It's just funny now. But it's a funny story to tell. How are you, X? Hope you're having a great morning. I saw you started your stream, so I hope you're having a great stream so far. Sharing some Chinese hip hop and electric right now. Also known as house music. Well, if you ask Chappy Doo, we are all dude men. on X's stream. I second that. Here's another version. This sounds more like a fighting game. All right, I am going to go back to earlier where I showcased our very own Slamurai Chris, another great streamer who lent me his one song called If You Say No, and to play it again for you guys because it's an awesome song. He's on SoundCloud, which I probably... I'll write myself a note. Okay. So, totally took me by surprise. He was just like, yeah, I wrote some songs. And I took a listen. And I was just like, I'm playing this. So here's our very own Slamurai Chris and If You Say No. Just to break up some stuff, you know. It can't all be me.
Trade a Little Debbie Cosmic Brownies for anything. And with the new Little Debbie Cosmic Brownies latte
After this,
and cream cold brew from
commercial.
Scooter's Coffee,
So
that's still
in 7 to 10 business days.
It's J-Lo, and I'm officially back in my rom-com.
We're not talking to J-Lo either. On my screen, I see like a Netflix and their advertising. No. Okay. Here we go. I know, right?
Done with the smoke and mirrors. Seeing through the glass, it all becomes clearer.
I will be right back.
Sorry for not listening when my mind was hazy. Going through a 20-plus-year-old phase. But despite me being a monstrous rat, I got nothing but love for you and all of our cats. Let me get to the point, like the edge of a knife. No, I'm just here trying to make it right. Hey. If you say no, I just have to deal and suffer. Only myself to blame, can't blame another. I could only hope and pray that we mend each other. I'm at 0 HD, just give me time to recover. You say no, I just have to deal and suffer. Only myself to blame, can't blame another. I could only hope and pray that we mend each other. I'm at 0 HD, just give me time to recover.
Hey Zoe girly. Hey beautiful queen. Got some new equipment today. I did see your text, Zoe, and it says it's arriving today. So I'm not exactly sure where the hang-up was, but I honestly am trusting the mail less and less. But anyway. So goes that. I wanted to show you guys something. This is the featured photo of today. This is a photo that I took when I was out in the Midwest. That was a man-made lake. And it just seemed so peaceful, and I loved how they organized the furniture, like the swings around the lake, and in the background is like a small mini mall, business district. I don't know, it was just winter, it was quiet, and the lighting and just the feel of the environment just felt right, and I got that click like the flash of a camera bulb, the old style ones from like the 1800s, you know, and had that hunch to just go for it. So that is a small, very small snippet of my photography. When I get my Streamlabs up and going, I do have a slideshow of more of my art. Some other things that I have invested in the last like 18 months. I've written a book. It's an advocacy book teaching parents how to exercise their authority to protect their children. Especially when certain agencies who technically don't have authority whatsoever, including certain courts, try to intervene and unlawfully interfere with the obligations you have with your children, which Article 1 of the United States Constitution and then filtered into the rest of the 50 state constitutions say that no legislative body or institution can interfere with the private obligations of its citizens. So there's a little free advice for entertainment and educational purposes. So, coming next. Oh, and if you guys just have questions, go ahead and ask. We can talk about anything and everything within reason. But I am totally open to have any conversation that you guys are struggling with, or you just want to give a praise report so, you know, like, we can all celebrate with you. I love good stories. I love good stories. So let's be here for one another. And, ooh, somebody had asked me for Caribbean and jazz. So here is Caribbean fusion. And then we did some reggae afterward. This is more hump day music. I am. I got back a few days ago and I've been in between what I have to do, I've been sleeping. So, right now, the Rested Armor, your favorite spicy mocha, by the way, Rested Armor mixed with caffeine makes for a very funny and fast-talking me. But I'm kind of coming down from my caffeine high, which is fine. It's fine. Still have the energy of a frickin' 9-year-old. Might as well be my youngest. And some island reggae with piano for your work day. Alright guys, I have 2 more debut songs that I would love to share with you guys, that I have written for you guys on my vacation. When I get all deep and just like, I kind of get nervous, I'm not gonna lie. Like, being vulnerable has never been something that I like to do, but hey, you know what? I'll do it because it's necessary. So, I have 2 songs that I'm going to play for you. I won't play them back to back just because I'd like the juices to marinate the words in between. But the first one is called I'd Like You to Know, and then I'll give you the backstory behind it after. Alright, here we go.
life into you and listen to the quiet wisdom of nature, the way it teaches patience, renewal, and return. Let all these voices become the lantern you carry forward, the gentle light that steadies your path. And remember what was told to you once: don't ever change. But if you do, let it be for the better. Love yourself. That's trust. That's legacy.
Alright guys, that is the letter to my younger self. And it's definitely something that I would share with any youth that was struggling. Granted, there would be more talks in between, but that is the bare bones frame of how I would encourage a young one who hasn't yet found their wings, or maybe they're struggling to get that wind pressure to elevate. So yeah, like it just started here, and that's what it became. Nothing too like strenuous, but yeah. So this one is called I'd Like You to Know. That's what that's called. And if there are any requests from my older viewers, I'm ready, promotion, I'm ready, promotion. If SpongeBob ever sounded like that. In the meantime, let's listen to some Neon Rebellion. And I'm going to take this moment to run to the bathroom. So I will see you guys in a few minutes. Alright, guys, that was Neon Rebellion. Go ahead and get myself something to eat while I'm at it. Ooh, some leftover Spanish tacos. Yum yum. Made those the other night with some stuffed peppers with beef, chopped up beef, and Spanish rice, and some extra beef taco or beef with taco seasoning, and and then once the stuffed peppers come out, you chop up the peppers, and then you've got your lettuce, your cheese, your sour cream, and just a hint of Fireball chili heat. Yeah. Just saying. Just saying. All right. I don't think I actually mentioned what that song earlier was called. So the song that I had made for you guys, by you guys, for you guys, of you guys, for men's mental health awareness is called Echoes of a Man. My bad. I've got so much going on in my squirrel brain. Here's another song I did play before I went on vacation called Second Chances. This is another encouraging, like self-encouragement, because everybody has a moment where they are seeking a second chance. And this is to let you guys know that it's okay. And we all make mistakes, we're all human. You know, we just need to get back up and get back on that horse. I'm so used to my camera being up here, and now it's like right there where I have it oriented. I could always switch my tablet, but I'm just lazy. Not really lazy, I just decided not to. So, anyway, you're very welcome, Fuzzy. I appreciate your company. You have been awesome. And I hope to see you again soon. This is generally my normal time to stream, so if that works for you, great. If not, you know, I will be streaming again at some point. So, I appreciate you. Hats off. Enjoy the new kitten with your daughter. All right. Here is Second Chances. And enjoy. I'm going to go make my snack.
The morning finds me where the quiet meets the ache. Soft light on the pieces I'm learning not to take. I breathe in the stillness, let the night fall off off my skin. Every sunrise whispers, you get to try again. I'm standing in the hush of a brand new dawn, letting go of the battles I shouldn't fight alone.
Yesterday scarred me, today tries to shape me, but hope keeps reaching out like it still wants to save me.
I keep going, my story isn't finished yet. Dust on my boots, fire in my breath. Today builds me, tomorrow warps me. I'm stronger than the storms I've met. Every sunrise says I get another chance, and I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
I walk through the noise, through the doubt in my head, but I'm done letting fear rewrite the words I've said. I'm stepping with a rhythm, with a little more bite, a little more grit, a little more fight. My heart's got a backbeat, my soul's got a sway, and I'm not backing down from the life I'm meant to claim.
I'm not who I was, I'm not who I'll be, but I'm rising with a voice that finally sounds like me. I keep going, my story isn't finished yet. Dust on my boots, fire in my breath. Today builds me, tomorrow wars me. I'm stronger than the storms I've met. Every sunrise says I get another chance, and I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it. There's a rumble in my chest when the darkness calls, but I rise with a crowd when the shadows fall. I've been broken, beaten, bent, undone, but I stand in the light like I've already won. If I woke up today, then I'm already winning. If I'm breathing, I'm still beginning. I keep going, my story isn't finished yet. I rise with the beat pounding under my chest.
Today builds me, tomorrow rewards me. I'm running toward the life I get.
Every sunrise shouts, you're not done yet. I feel it now. I rise again.
I rise again. I rise again.
Second chances in the sunrise, strength in every breath I take. I'm still becoming, I'm still awake.
Amazing. Thank you guys for sitting in with me. You're amazing. And Psychosis, I hope you're enjoying yourself. Like, I hope not too much has changed since you were here. All right. Let's see, what else? what else can I do for you guys? Really quickly, I do use my art as a way to celebrate with you guys. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all the news I have. And we are growing. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much to all of you who join the raids, and how you guys just share the love, the follows. I'm trying to follow everybody who follows me. If I miss your name, I will go back through my stream once it posts and get you. So, yeah. All right. You guys are amazing. You're my favorite mochachinos. Always. Always. And I hope to remain your favorite spicy mocha. Always. Excuse me. Alright, so here is something called Broken Ruler. Just as a heads up, this is about even the most well-meaning people in our lives sometimes just want to put us in a box and try to be the arbiter of what we can and cannot do, talents, or wanting to live vicariously through us, meaning they want us to do what they couldn't do in life. That's a concept that happens a lot, from parent to child. Where it's like, you're gonna be a doctor, you're gonna be a lawyer. We've had lawyers in the family for blah, 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 blah. And that's what this song is kind of about. It's a little deeper than that because it's about somebody using a broken measure to make somebody feel small, but the person realizing that everything that this other person was doing holds no weight, holds no authority over their life. So here is Broken Ruler, one of them. Enjoy. I tried going hardcore with this one too. It might be a little sharp. I don't remember. I'm glad you are, Chomi. Broken Ruler.
You looked at me once, and the air shifted, not colder, just altered, like someone had quietly changed the rules of the room. Your eyes carried a calculation.
Sometimes a judgment was a sentence.
Sharp enough to leave a mark. Sometimes it was only a pause, a shift in your energy that said everything without speaking. I shrink before rooms and the chance to see me arriving already reduced by a verdict you made with an instrument that couldn't measure truth.
You stood at the edge of your own capacity and assumed the edge was mine.
I'm putting your measured judgment down, the one I carried for years, without asking who it belonged to. Truth doesn't wait for permission, it doesn't need belief to be real.
Your ruler broke long before it touched my soul.
I won't let your damage
Define me again.
I'm breaking the ruler. You pressed against my life. The number you gave me was never right. I walk into rooms unshrunk, unbound. Your broken ruler can't touch me now.
Man, I love that music. What are your thoughts, peeps? My mochachinos. Like, you would never guess it. You walking down the street, I walk right by you, and you're like, she doesn't like that kind of music. Oh, yes, I do. Alright, guys. I have... Wow! You guys are amazing. I've been streaming for over 3 hours now. I was not expecting that. I thought I was going to be cutting off somewhere around 2. But, that snack made me hungry. It is mine too, actually. There's plenty of music that is my jam, but I tend to gravitate more in this season of my life towards metal and hardcore. So, it is what it is. But I am going to take a break from streaming, and I will be back in a little bit. If y'all just want to hang in there, I'm going to find somebody to raid. Next dude. So, I will see you guys in a little bit. Get some stuff done, eat some more, and I will be back with Raid. I want to see how this new tablet works with IRL streaming. So I may be playing around for a hot minute, but I'm excited, guys. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I will see you guys later. Love y'all. Much love. Mwah. Let's go raid. Let's go raid X Dude. We are going to raid X Dude. I gotta find him. Hang on. There's so many people. Or we could raid Dookie. Let's raid Dookie. Alright, let's go into the captain's quarters. Boink! I'll see you guys very soon. Peace.